Here are your starting lineup for today's game. First for the visiting Cedar Rapids RoughRiders. Starting on defense, number 10, Dominic Frangella. Also on defense, number 22, Coleman Walker. On right wing, number 15, Colby Phelps. On left wing, number 47, Colton Sebring. At center, number 88, Henry Lanyo. And starting in goal, number 52, Roman Carter. The RoughRiders are coached by Kevin Brooks. He's assisted by Jacob Holtz, Thad Ramsey, Jefferson Stack, and Tony Eldon. And now for your Kansas City Jets. Starting on defense, number 7, Micah Ahmad. Also on defense, number 12, Chase Friedman. On right wing, number 24, Cole Eklund. On left wing, number 32, Bennett Lemke. At center, number 37, Cale Smith. And starting in goal, number 35, Camden Krugel. The Jets are coached by Radoslav Elo. He is assisted by Taylor Kennedy. Officials for today's game, your referee Mike Eckler. He's assisted by linesman Evan Husby and linesman Jacob Wayne. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Game number 2 of the Saturday night correction of the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders versus the Kansas City Jets. As much crap as I've been saying about this arena earlier in the JV game, they do a really good job with the presentation for the starting lineups before the varsity game. And with all the lights and the lights being turned off and the actual the circle of light being shown on over towards the starting players, which is really cool. Which brings me past memories of starting varsity, being on the blue line, playing against the Kansas City Jets varsity, which that was a really fun moment of my hockey career. But I'm stuck over here in the booth for a little bit longer, but I'll be back on the ice pretty soon, I hope. But anyway, as he returned to the ice, Cedar Rapids got a 3-2 win against their arch rivals, the Waterloo Blackhawks, to get their first win of the season. Can they spark a winning streak? Can they mark it up to 2? Let's find out here, ladies and gentlemen. RoughRiders Jets, game number 1, varsity, starts now. Out and around, here's a big collision. Belts going in with speed out in front, trying to get on top of the puck carrier. Out the Lano over by the bench. He feels an absolute heavy check and sent over towards the Kansas City bench. Lano, he's going to go in here for a stick check in front as the puck is sent all the way deep down over towards the goaltender. Here Lano feels and froze his man with the shoulder over towards the boards. Long Henry, man right on top of him. As it goes back the other way, Kansas City skating in with speed. Out to Coleman. Walker back hands it up ahead. Out to Kellen Patson. Keel Kroll has it. Levels it. Moves the pass up across the Kinnick. Long Henry past the blue line now with it. Down below skating. Backhanded up across the other way. Nobody there. Jets with it. Tried to move it. They got an open man. 17 back out the other way. Bad save made the other way. And Kansas City with their first shot on goal. And Roman able to answer the test right there. It looks like they lowered the volume for the music. It's not as loud. Off the draw, bouncing puck up ahead, trying to get on top of it. Gage Bowman finds it, moves it, tried to get it to Gus. Just a little bit out of reach. And we're going to have ourselves an icing. As they go back, Roman Carter in net starting for Cedar Rapids. Looking to get his first victory with the team this year as a goaltender. As the puck up across, Jets move it in directly, and it's stolen away. Couldn't really call it away. Grassman, what a hit there by Kai. He blew him up high, and they're going to call for elbowing, though. And Cedar Rapids with the first penalty here of the game right now. It only took 1 minute and 32 seconds. A pretty heavy blow right there. Colby Welts, Coleman Walker, Henry Alano, and Dominic Frangella for this PK unit for the visitors. And now we're actually going to drop the puck underneath. Trying to play it. Chipped in off by the wall. Up across, moves it up ahead, and Frangella tried to get the clear. Back out for Kansas City, skating up ahead off of a stick. 32 down below with it. Moves it up over by the boards. Now up the center in the middle. Hits it in off a player's legs. And now outside of the zone, that's cleared. But Kansas City has it in the neutral zone. Moving the puck in. Back in on their stick with each other. 17 has it as they enter inside the zone. Pulls back up and taken down though by Henry. Unable to find the puck, though, for Cedar Rapids. Here's a shot off the crossbar. Ring it. Heard it all around the arena right there. Best look of the game so far. Behind the net, Walker sailing one up ahead. And for a clear deep down towards the Kansas City netminder. Up ahead. Pass in front of 17. Kale Kroll right behind them. Necking away at him. Caden Lai over towards the boards. Kale trying to race in on top of the puck for the point now. 17 looking. Here's a shot in front. Bouncing puck across. And now Long Henry able to knock it outside of the zone. He's going off. Nope. Never mind. No, he's not. Caden and Noah Baxter will go off, though. Defenseman. Nope, Noah's back on. A little bit of a miscommunication there with the defenseman. Here comes a Kansas City forward striving in on the way. Pulling back up. Swerving in with it. Forehand pass down below with the puck. Over by the boards. In front, moves it out to 12. Picks it up. Here's a shot. Low rising one. Bouncing up in the air and knocked away. Long Henry racing to get another clear. Hit it off the defenseman States. And now the final seconds ticking away here. We're back to full strength. Kai goes into the bench. Gus Yeldon going on the ice. In position. Throws it in. Towards the net. They score! Kansas City right after the power play ended. And the Jets score the first goal of the game. Yeah, I mean, it was way too slow, just having our player go off the box and just having our next player from the bench going in, just too slow, and it just really was a little bit scared there from that pressure from the power play, and ultimately Even though it won't count as a power play goal, that was pretty much a power play goal right there. And unfortunately, you don't want to be taking those type of penalties. I mean, you got to love the physicality there, but Kai's got to control himself a bit better. And looks like we're going to have a face-off in the middle center ice. Off the draw. Jets try to play it. Moves it up ahead. Chipped up forward. In behind the net. Kai tried to swipe at it. Couldn't get a whole lot of power off the puck, though. Sinclair with it skating. He had a really good game last night against Waterloo. Falling over there was Gus, as there was a couple of bodies over there, but a Cedar Rapids bench. Now Sinclair picks it up. In front, he's got Gage Boatman for support. Here's a long shot rising over top of the net. Back over towards the boards. Jets have it now, sailing up a pass, fluttering through up ahead to our defense. Tried to move it out the Gage. Kansas City is way offside right now. Cedar Rapids trying to go off a contested pass that went off the tape job there of Gussie Eldon. And now both teams battling for it once again. Belts now looking for his turn to shoot the puck. And he's blown up over towards the board, staying on his feet though. Backhanded pass across the other way. Kansas City. Henry Lano going in for the hit. Good angle there. And the Jets go back the other way, dangling through and chipped up ahead. Right out the Colt, who tries to move it in front, but it's kept inside the zone. Down below, Frangella tries to find it underneath himself. Coleman's moves a pass out the Sebring and taken away. Walker one touch. Back to Colt, now to Henry. And here's a check in front. Falling over. Well, he caught himself. And now Colt taking over towards the boards. Big time collision in front. And a second blow right there after the initial check as he just got bodied. That's going to be a power play for Cedar Rapids as we will look to respond with our own special teams. Gage Boatman, Kellen Pats, and Kinnick Longhenry for the forwards to start off this power play. Dominic Frangella, Kale Call for the defenseman. Up behind, Kale's going to pick up the puck. Almost lost it, moves it across the other side for his D partner. Finds an open Kellen Patson. Kellen inside the zone, fires one over into the glove, and a quick save made. Can't be mad with that setup there. Quick shots, getting shots to the net, very important here for this power play. Off the draw. Trying to play the puck long, Henry, and it's chipped up ahead by the blue line. Kept in, though, by Frangella. And falling over, there's a collision in front. Kellen also knocking his man down as well. And now I think we're going to have... We know we're going to get the Kansas City penalty. So I'm just waiting for the referees to situate everything out. All right, that's a 5-on-3 for the RoughRiders. You'll love to see it. And now a huge opportunity for the RoughRiders to get on the board to tie this game. Colby, Henry, Colt forwards, Kai, Coleman for the defenseman. Tried to get it out to Sebring for the point now. Coleman has it, looking, passing up in front, out to Colby. Belts with it now, fires a shot towards the center there, and scooped up out in front of the Jets. Goaltender makes the save. Off the draw. Anyo now out to Kai. Patson with the puck. Moves it out to Walker. Holds it. Moving it. One-timer. Didn't really connect on it at all. The timing was messed up. Patson moves it across ice to Seawalk. Seawalk with a lane looking, shooting. Out in front, he missed the net though this time. Belts with time. In space over by the wall. Cutting, looking, shooting. It's blocked though. Blocked again. Belts is falling. He's slipping. Everybody's slipping on the ice now. Sebring racing to get on top of it. Holds on, waiting top of the face-off circle. Looking, here's a shot. Goaltender didn't see it until it fluttered over top of the net. Belts. Top ice again, looking defenseman shot. Underneath, it's knocked away again. Unable to get the clear though. 30 seconds left to go in this 5-on-3. Underneath, goaltender falls over. Cedar Rapids is... The play just got called off as there's a whistle. As... I don't even know. It looks like the goaltender, he just... I don't think anybody shoved him or anything. He just fell, and then there were just so many bodies in front that... I don't know. So just trying to... So we'll have a face-off over in front of the Kansas City bench outside of the zone. And waiting. Drop this puck. Cowan has the puck and it's blasted off a skate. And Cedar Rapids defenseman has it now. Frangella out the other way to Cowan. Patson through the zone. Fires it. And knocked away is the rebound over towards the board. Frangella. Final seconds away, the 5-on-3. Rebound off the shot. Humping up in the air. And it's going towards the netting for another stoppage of play. Got to be careful. The Kansas City man coming out of the bench. Got to be careful. Make sure he doesn't get a breakaway or create any odd man rush opportunity. And now they send it up ahead. Kansas City marks it up and it goes out the Kale. Bounce off of it into the bench. As we'll have the face-off be inside the zone. Still same players back out there. Looking over his shoulder. Drop of the puck. Kansas City wins the draw. They try to move it out in front. And there is 0 time left on the penalty. And we're at full strength. And there was a lot of good opportunities there on that power play. Especially with all the bouncing pucks in front of the net there and the loose. Just unable to put it away, unfortunately, but should be really good for our momentum, though. You would think, at least. Picked up by the Cedar Rapids D-man in front, puts it down below. Kansas City has it now. They send it all the way, hit a stick in front. It's bouncing up in front. There goes the Jet player. Both teams just knocking away. Here's a shot in front. Pretty dangerous in front of the net, though. Belts picks it up now off the wall. Skating head up on the way. Forehand pass the other way to his D partner. And stolen away with a stick, knocking in front. 17, and there's a whistle in front. That should be... Oh, here's some extra shoving there. Kai absolutely did not appreciate number 17 there in white and blue. As 2 seconds remain here on the power play. Sinclair, Gunkel, Yeldon paired together for the forwards. Baxter and Patson, Kai Patson for the defenseman. Noah moves it up ahead past Gus. It's going to go out to Kansas City. Open man, they pick it up. Over by the boards in front, Baxter. There he got a stick check right up against his throat and his body. Now stolen away, picked up and blocked up again. Popping baseball style up in the air. Up ahead out to Noah. Has time and space in his own zone. Moves it in directly to a wide open Yeldon, who gives it right up to Kansas City. Jets have it now. Backhanded pass. Defenseman looks up. Tried to fire to a forward in the middle of the ice. As it rolls and it's deflected in front to Cedar Rapids. And there's a whistle there by the referee. As Roman tried to play it last second. as both teams with 5 shots on goals apiece in this game so far. Winning the face-off for the home team. Jets move it down below. In front, Patson feels the pressure in check from a man behind them. Frangella tries to get it out the long Henry, having to go back the other way now. With it, chips it up ahead, up across the boards. Frangella going through a body, and the Jets pick it up. Backhanded pass, his teammate couldn't find it though. And ramming Frangella over in the corner. Walker didn't like that, and he absolutely knocks it in with the stick too. 32 deserved it. Back around the other way, long Henry. With it, fires it in off a skate, and it's blocked. Down the other way, 44. That's Kayla took a check there in the corner. Out to Kansas City. Walker getting on top of the puck. They're offside, and there's the whistle right there.
He like scans the eyes before he does the criminal act.
He did. He looked up at stripes right here, and he was looking at the blue on him.
I'm like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Mission to go.
Face off right in front of our studio right now in the Cedar Rapids cheering section. As we are on the penalty kill, as Colby Belts has a penalty, 2 and a minor, and the Jets possess it right now here in the neutral zone. Almost hit the referee, rounding the net. Now the puck goes, shipped up ahead by the wall, kept in. Down below, the Jets throw it up top. Out to 17 down below. In front of the tickets for a less sticker. Not really a sticker, but the billboard advertisement on the wall. That's better. Here come the Jets the other way. Back over top. The fenceman with the puck now. Moves it in. It's moving across the wall. So far, not really any shots so far. Cedar Rapids, good stick positioning so far. Moves it and forces it out in front. 15, heavy shot in front. Hit his own teammate. That's gotta hurt. As he landed in front, it looked like he kind of jumped as soon as he got shot. From the point now, up in front, blocked away there. It hit a Patton skate. Out to Henry, and he's able to get the clear at the halfway mark here of the penalty. Out behind Kansas City, moves it over by the wall. Jets across the other side. Long Henry tries to out-angle his man. Cedar Rapids defenseman has to go pick it up. He throws it. It's immediately picked off. Throws it in off a Long Henry skate. Now tries to dingle through, and it's cleared again. Jets, long pass in front, picked up. And skating back in their own zone. Kale on the attack, and it's blocked. He knocks it away, fires a shot in towards the net. A slap shot all the way, and save is made, and the game continues as there was no whistle. Everybody on Cedar Rapids thought the play was done. At least I thought it was. And now, final seconds here on the penalty. Ticking in the way, held up against the boards. Kansas City scored in the same exact scenario just earlier in the game. In the corner, thrown up across. On in front, the fenceman threw it in. Run, here's an open man. Can we get the breakaway? No! Beltsy, though, behind, and he is not going to be able to beat out the icing. Missed opportunity right there as we cannot connect on the pass. Boy, having Colby Belts there on that breakaway would have been pretty sweet, but we're going to have to score in a different way. Off the draw, picking it up. Here's a shot fired off the side of the boards. In front, thrown in off a Gage's stick. As the Jets put it in deep, they still have a player in their own zone. Sinclair up ahead. 2 men were surfacing over on top of him. Up ahead, the home team tries to break it out. Baxter tries to possess it, backhands it in deep. Kansas City defenseman, pressure there from Yeldon. Backhanded in the other way. As they try to move it up the boards, the Jets with it. Almost stolen away there. Backhanded in. Defenseman looking for passing options. He's going to skate now. Up ahead, looking up ice, hitting the stick there. Looking back underneath, fired a shot. It was a high-rising one as he shot it right underneath of Baxter's skates. Sinclair now behind the net, looking, curls, lost the puck, and his teammate will go to pick it up for him. Out the gauge, he found him. An open spot there. And he'll send it in deep. Line change for everybody for Cedar Rapids. Lanyo in on the attack there. There's a collision there behind the net. Belts picks it up. Colby back around, drops it in front. Lanyo with it now. Schick, knocked off of him. Frangella able to keep it in beautifully inside the zone. Sebring looking down below. Redirected, they score! Colt Sebring has tied the game for Cedar Rapids. And the round of applause there for the RoughRiders. And the visitors are back on the board now. An electric goal here in Kansas City. It all started there with that keep inside of the zone by the defenseman. And what you would think would be automatically sent outside of the zone, but it's beautiful. Able to play it, move it down below here. And then you just set up Sebring. He's walking in off the wall, over top face-off circle. He takes the shot, open lane, and there's a bit of a redirection in front, and it beats the goaltender. Here comes Sebring again, and stolen off of him, though. Take it away, Kansas City now. And a quick line change there for Cedar Rapids. Jets move it in off the top of the glass. Walker finds it, moves it in, off another glove. Jets. Defenseman leaves it. Long pass in front, a little bit too much for 32 to really corral it all the way. Caden Lai, man right behind him. Backhands it up to Kellen Patson. Floats one out in front, Long Henry. A little bit too far, knocked in. He's got to put his shoulder up, though. RoughRiders move the puck in deep all the way in for icing. As there's a whistle. As the RoughRiders have officially surpassed Kansas City in the shots and goals department as they lead 6-5 right now. Off the draw. Racing to get on top of the puck there are the Jets. Moving across ice, defenseman looks, fires up, and it's blocked there by Kai. Tries to move it in there past the Kale, chips it up ahead forward. Goaltender elects to play it. In front there, Lai tries to move it. Long Henry ran into a man in front there by the board, picked up one-on-one at the moment. Rising in is number 6, backdoor 96, able to take him out. Big time check there from Kai, knocking over his man with the finish. Back out the other way, they move it. Kai with the puck on his stick. Curls back up, moves it in front. It's picked off, though, by Kansas City. Tape-to-tape pass in front. Gage Boatman has it now as he enters inside the zone. Stolen away. Here comes the Jets back in front for the blue line now. 2-on-2 at the moment. He flails a shot there. He missed the net, though. Up in the corner. Trying to get on top of it. Walker floating up in the air. Chepped in off the glass. 2-on-1. It's Boatman and Yeldon right now. Boatman fires a shot and sneered in. Didn't even have to move to make the save right there. Offensive face-off for Cedar Rapids. Battling for it. Jets pick it up. Try to get it outside of the zone. Lee's Camp kept it in. Referee racing to get out of the way. And chipping in there was Lanyo to keep the puck over in that end. Rounding and bouncing through over towards the goaltender underneath. And then a little bit of some more pushing and shoving too while you're at it. Good pressure there by H. Off the draw, Kansas City tries to play it up in front. Skating up ahead. Here come the Jets. 2-on-2. Up in front, throws it, rebound, bouncing through, man falling over, Kansas City couldn't get on it. Henry going back the other way, he's got an open bounce. He finds him, but he drops it up, and they could not completely control the pass though. And a man running over, falling over into the boards, backhanded shot goes back the other way. Trying to make a move, 7 with it. Belts and a stick of the way there by Henry. In front, outworking him over towards the puck. In behind the net. Oh, we got absolutely slammed there by Colt. Slammed him at the end of that transition pass. Up across, Jets with it. 32 walking through. Kick battle past Walker, but Coleman there with the body just enough to get him out of harm's way, and there's a rebound there from the shot. Underneath. Unable to take it off a patent stick. Out for Walker. Seawalk has it. He sends it in over the glass. Bouncing through. That was a weird bounce, like triple bounce there through the boards. Cowan Patson there. In front. There's a hit there by Kale trying to get on top of the puck. Looking. Holding on, deciding to skate. Moves it up across to his teammate the other way. Looking and setting it up in front. Roman will just knock it to the side. Over in the back. And that's going to be icing. On in front, flails it in off the top of the boards in front. Trying to get on top of the puck. In front, Kansas City moves it in, defenseman with it. Out to 17, moves it in front, open opportunity, looking, scoring! A goal with 1.9 seconds to go, and Kansas City took the lead. And they found the trailer man in front. They beat us with speed over from the neutral zone and carried it into our own end. And they had an open look, open man, enough time and space, and he found the open spot that Roman didn't cover, and unfortunately, he would like that one back. That is a killer goal right there. Right before the period, too, guys. Well, we'll go down into the intermission. I wanted to say it would be tied, but unfortunately for us, we are down by 1. So yeah, we're getting outshot by only 1, but the Riders definitely look like a lot more offensive game than the JV game earlier today. And yeah, we'll come back. 8 shots and goals apiece. We got some work to do.
Just before the end of the period, Natural is fourth of the season, scored by number 2, Lane Woodrock. Assisted by number 17, Brookie Lee. And by number 15.
Yeah, they have.
You got a program.
Yeah, I do.
Woodrock from Lee and Blue. Natural at 16:59.
we should. We should definitely make one of these.
You bring it home.
I will bring it home. Yeah, we use it as an example. Yeah.
Did you put commercials on that?
Is there commercials?
Got to fuel for the pump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to buy Hey, you can make a lot.
I mean, just out there. We can go out there. I'll go out there.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry about everything I said about you today. Hey, Scott, I'm going to go put another chip on the garbage. You guys trying to balance? Oh, we were just that way. It's very smart. Just go inside and just like, look, get your leg. Hey, you read it. It's not smart, but it's crafty.
popcorn?
Great consolation. I said that 2 years ago. I wouldn't even say anything. I couldn't even. Marty's brother. They blew a fucking. Oh shit.
They outscored 20. I just watched the game. 28. 6-7. They got outscored. Big O's out there? I was looking for him. Big O's out there. I'm like, yeah, yes.
He hasn't played.
I'm getting excited for us.
Typical Kirkland style. Yeah. After a while, I was just like, I can't even watch it.
Are you live? You good?
Yeah, you go, man. You're going home.
Commentating continues with Mason Hodney, the official voice of your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders. Start of the second period. We're down 2-1 off that very, very late goal from the end of the first period. It was a killer goal going through over to the locker room. Cedar Rapids needing a big early start here to get ahead of Kansas City to get momentum back in their favor. Big time collision. I like that. Henry, the referee, doesn't like it either. He just threw his stick. Come on now. Buddy. What was 24 thinking? That was a beautiful hit there from Mr. Lanyo, but yeah, he's already, yeah, look at him go. Bro, buddy, you are not tough. Get in the box. Not tough. I mean, buddy, after he got destroyed, I mean, his ego was already taken down pretty bad. He throws the stick over. That was not slick at all, man. I mean, come on, man. That's just, I don't know. But yeah, now referee is still over in that area, and so coincidental minors, I think. So just 5-on-5, I think. Yes, I am right. Yeah, I am. So they bring on the next line. 2 versus 96 on the dot here over in front of the Kansas City bench. Coleman and Walker speeding up ahead. Out to Kellen Patton. Through the blue line. Kale driving towards the net. Looking, shooting, rebound in front. It was a really nice setup, though, by Cedar Rapids. Unable to get the puck luck there in front. Trying to pick up the puck as it's railing and sailing up over on the ice. Picked up for the blue line. Jets with it. Moves it in behind the net. Out the other way. Open man there for Kansas City. Just skating. Frangella right behind him. Trying to angle off of the top of him. Defenseman drops it. Here comes Kroll. Going in, driving. Lost his balance a little bit. Backhands it. Oh, what a pass. Unable to get it to Long Henry, though. A little bit too far behind him. The Trilly get a good wrap on it, unfortunately. Skating through. Past the blue line. Threw it over into a couple of legs there of Fran. Out underneath. Long Henry just lifts it up. I don't know. He probably could have just skated or... That was not the greatest turnover, but you can see why, because he was tired. He wanted to get off the ice, and he will now. Sinclair up ahead, tried to get at the gauge. A little bit too contested right there. Out the other way. Yeldon put his body up against the boards. Battling for a position in front. Chipped up ahead the other way. 9 with it, sails it up ahead, and it's going to get thrown down deep inside the zone. Behind Sinclair with the angle in front. Back around in front, taken away. Sinclair fires one. He missed the net, though. Great effort, though. And Gus looks like he didn't mean to check the man that close over towards the boards, but it just happened. 14 on the way. 1-0, and he scores. Top shelf, left side, left corner. That's a heck of a shot right there. Yeah, that was a breakdown there by Cedar Rapids defensively, and they made us pay. And Shandon Brennanman, the junior, able to score, and that was not the start of the period you were looking for being a Rough Rider. I mean, came off of a good jump in front, but you know, man, it's just those breakdowns, they kill you when you're playing against this team, like these teams that are at the top of the standings, at top of the league. You just can't have this happen on a consistent basis. You just can't have this happen throughout the game multiple times. It's super frustrating, and I know it is for the players too who are on the ice that are all going through it at the same time, and I'm watching it here every single game in a moment, but wow, this is something, and they score again, and I'm just talking about it. And another breakdown in their own zone, miscommunication this time, and they score again. And everything turning upside down here as the Jets are absolutely opening up the floodgates in this game as they have a 3-goal lead. Roman goes out, Theo goes in. And now we're gonna have to reset as the momentum bar right now is all in favor of the home team, who are rocking the white and blue. As Cedar Rapids here, we're gonna have to answer back. Cedar Rapids now over about a penalty box there, trying to get on top of the puck. The Jets have it through the zone, fires it in over top of Theo. Over towards the corner, up again, chipped out in front. Now out the Pat, and Kai tried to move it out in front for Long Henry to play. Out in front, underneath, trying to chip away in at the puck. Picks it up, tried to make a move in front, dangles out in front, out the other way, moves it over. Defenseman from the point, out the other way, and a save made there by Theo. His first of the night there with the glove with his left hand. as he makes the save. Off the draw, bouncing puck up across. Defenseman goes in the peel to take the shot. Fired it. That was a wicked bounce in front. Kansas City still putting the pedal on the metal. Out in front, Gus trying to race on top of the puck. Out around with it here. The Kansas City as they throw it in deep. A little too dangerously deep in there. And it goes back outside of the zone. In front, knocked out away and thrown over across towards the corner. Out of Frangella, spinning away there was a Kansas City Jets player. As they both battle for the puck in front, there's a collision up against the boards. Moves it towards the center, wanted the shot in front, and a save made there by Fio. The draw, Kansas City has it now, looking down below. It's blocked there. That's a heavy, big block there from Colby. And there's a collision and falling over, and Cedar Rapids is going to go to the box. And Walker already knows that he's in very quickly. Guys. And penalties are just such a problem for this team, and it's just, especially when we're already this deep. I mean, at this point, it's just wasting time, and it's already so hard, and it takes so long to really create our offense the way our team's been playing, and you know, it's hard to watch right now. Here's a shot there over towards the corner. Moves it up ahead, defenseman up the other way, 17. Bad pass right there, Lanyo. Good attack by him. Goes that around the boards. Moves it down below, chipped up ahead. That's going to be a lie. He was tripped up behind, no call. Looking, here's a slap shot. Knocked away, batted up in the air. Fans over by the other side by the bench were like watching out. The puck stayed on the ice surface, though. Henry coming in now, looking, skating. Colby goes off. Henry looking to shoot. Good idea, though. Just couldn't execute it towards the net. Good stick there. Beautiful right there. Kai puts on the body in front. Held up by the penalty box. Chipped up ahead. Kansas City now, if it moves it in through a stick or two. Frangetta going in on top of it. Thrown up against the boards. He had to brace himself for that one. Kansas City with the puck up out to the point, looking out the other way with it. Fanned on it, out of the open man. 2. Back around skating with it here. Drops it off. Jets looking, knee on the ground, and it goes deflected and blocked out in front, out to the netting there. Stopping play. Just under 40 seconds to go left on the penalty. Now I'm looking at the shots on goals, and we're getting outshot by 7 right now. And it was really close in the first period. This second period, all Kansas City over and over again. Gotta put a stop to this. Gotta kill this penalty first, though. Jets. There's a good block there by Long Henry. Still in the zone, though. Out for Baxter. He takes a check there at the end. Long Henry with the block, and it's batted up ahead. In front, takes a body and a check in front. Oh, takes another one back to back. He got absolutely bruised on that. Dangerous, and luckily his head didn't hit the bar. That long post bar thing, that could have been terrible. As the puck avoids the referee, and the final clear here of this penalty. Lanyo going in, racing in with the speed in front. And his helmet's thrown off too while he's at it. SD has to go skate back to get his bucket. As it, let's just say, was a little loose on him. Henry skating over towards the bench. I think he has to take a shift off. Yeah, that's rules right there. And now Dylan Lorenzen will fill in for him. Off the draw, Kansas City D to D. They look in front. Just a bit too far for Lorenzen to get his stick on top of it. Out in front, Kai Patson moves it the other way. Moving up across. Here comes Colby, 2-on-1 if they can hurry. Belts with Sebring. Cabells looks to shoot. Rebound out of the front. He picks it up, though. Kansas City all on top of everybody now. Lorenzen in front. Feels the big body there at 22. Belts in front for the support. Moves it in front, 9. Pass through the legs in front. Kai tried to stand up his man. Live, a man racing in up right behind him. Thrown up into the boards. Stolen away. Kansas City. Now Lai with the hit. Oh, Lai got set down, though. Back-to-back big hits there on Caden. Again, Kansas City looking out to the point. Here's a shot on the way. Knocked away by Bomber. Out up front. Looking. Holding on to the puck on his stick. Tried to drop it off. Backhanded in. And for open man in front. Bouncing up a hit. Fields just getting down in front. In the butterfly position in front and got on top of the puck right there. Off the draw, Cedar Rapids picks it up. Bouncing puck across, kept inside the zone though. Lanyo chipping away at it. They get on top of it. Jets skating 37. Holding his man up in the corner. Eventually it comes out loose. Lanyo up ahead looking. Cutting through. Trying to gain inside the zone with speed. With it, a man on top of him holding on. Curls back away last second. He needs support though. There's already 3 Jets on top of him. Up in front, Gunkel tried to go in for the angle to get on top of the puck. Underneath, Owen tries to play it. Out to Henry, chips it up ahead, tried to put his glove out too. Owen wrapping around right behind his man. Kansas City moves it up ahead off of Rangella's stick. Kansas City back with it now. Up ahead, it goes in front, tried to get it to Coleman. Walker's going to enter inside the zone now. Tried to make a move in front as he falls over in the corner behind the play. Kansas City tried to lock it off, and we're back on side. Here comes Cohen with a shot, rebound, out in front. His teammate tried to move it. Goaltender out of position, falling over, making a save, and dropping his stick in the process. His teammate has to go, and he gives the stick back to his goaltender. Here's a shot from Kai, and it got redirected. Long Henry wants to shoot it, threw it off a man in front of the Kansas City. Now goes back to the point, and a save made again. The rebound back to the corner. Big time heavy check there on Long Henry. KO centering feed. Cowan couldn't find it. Now back to the point. Coleman with it. Looking to shoot it back into the traffic in the shot. And picked up out of the air. Ending play. Beautiful offensive effort though by Cedar Rapids. As the RoughRiders were buzzing right there. Best shift of the period by 4. Beautiful chances in front. Consistently doing that, that's going to put you on the board. That's what this team needs. Off the draw, Gage Boltman with it. Backhands it down in front the other way. Racing to get on the top of the puck. Gilden absolutely knocked his man over. Back in front. Out the Gus. Yelna wants to shoot it. He fires it in. It goes over weak side. Baxter has to back up. Kansas City tries to move it the other way. Kai Patson in on his side, and Baxter tried to pick it up, folds it, and he fired a shot that was dangerous right there, and Baxter got absolutely crushed there behind the play. Here's a one-timer. Couldn't really get a whole lot of power off the shot, though. In front, there's a collision. That should be a tripping penalty on Kansas City, as he absolutely swept the legs there. Cobra Kai slash... what's it called? Karate Kid style right there. But yeah, so you heard it from me, folks. I was, a little kung fu reference. Karate. Hopefully we can get a karate chop for a goal right now. Well, hopefully. Belts bouncing puck off the draw, and we're not going to be able to keep it in. We're going to have to reset Walker. There we go. Nice pass in front to Henry. Nice move again. Oh, he made too many moves right there. Probably should have just put it in deep. That's okay, because we're going to move it out in front to Colt. Colt takes it out in front, out to the left. Moves it to Walker. There we go. Nice setup in front, coming through. Walker raising it in off the crossbar. Beautiful shot in front. That's the right idea as it rings out in front. Stopping play. Off the draw, Sebring ran into his man, Lanyo. Top of the face-off circle, dangles, backhands it up in front to Colby. Belts moves it across. Walker moves it back down below. Drop the pass for a moment, needing some support. Sebring going in to help. Over by the tiny gym. Tiny workout room. Puck still held up, and it goes back out for Kansas City. They're not going to be able to clear it, though. Kai with the keep. Out the Seawalk the other way. Coleman back in front. Sebring. And now the puck will just slowly move outside of the zone. As it's thrown off his own teammate. That was definitely not the idea what he was thinking. Coleman inside the zone with a man right behind him. Gets him right off the top of him. Using the elusiveness to his advantage right there. Now he drops it off. In front there, 14 right in the way. Knocks it off of Colby's body in front. And the Jets move it out in front to Lanyo. Henry, head up and back the other way they look. Up ahead. Up ice. Fires a pass in front there to Frangella. Dom with it now. Fires a shot down below there. And scooped up. 19 seconds left to go here on this man advantage for the visitors. Off the trap of the puck, Kansas City. And now it's taken away by Gage. Boatman up to in front. Threw it! Rebound underneath! Save made there by Kansas City. Threw it again in front, and he picked it up and a save made again. Two great opportunities in a row, both knocked down. Man. Oh. Camden Krugel with the saves consecutively just had a heck of a jump there off of his feet. And able to withstand the pressure and holding strong right there. Man. I mean, it's going to take a lot. It's taken a lot just to get one goal on this guy. Down below, Cedar Rapids. One last opportunity. Frangella was coming in. He was wide open. They couldn't get it to him. Down below. Up ahead. Dom's going to have to pinch on this puck. It goes right behind them, though. Cowan pats it in. Right behind him. Able to center a pass. And Long Henry, not fast enough. He's going to have to try to catch him. Walker tries to stick check it out of the Kansas City Jets player's hands. Underneath. Tried to drop it. And in front, dangling away with the puck. Up to the point now. Looking, it's partially blocked. In front, here comes Gage with it now. Boltman in through the blue line with it. Tried to make a move, and we were changing over on our bench, and we were offside. Not ideal right there, but... Off the draw, Jets play it. Moves up ahead to our D pairing. Out in front, moves it. Tape the Jets look. Stick in the way, though, by Gunkel. Wasn't able to completely corral it. Here's a shot, and getting on top of it there was Bomber. Off the draw. Baxter lifts it up ahead. It's going to be kept in, though, by the Kansas City defenseman. By the wall. Jets, indirect pass to the defenseman up high. Hit a body or two in front. Racing to get on top of it. 32 takes a check there from Kai. Oh, what a collision in there. Oh, Kai absolutely knocking his man over as well. Big time collisions, and now there's going to be a shoving, and somebody's knocked over down below. Somebody on top of another, a bucket. That's somebody's helmet that flew off. Is that? I'm trying to find out who's that. That's the referees? The referee's helmet came flying off last second. And you can see the frustration getting let out there by Cedar Rapids. As all madness was breaking down over by Fio. And now the referees, the Zebras, are going to have to situate this all out. I mean, I don't think that there should be anything, but if you are going to do penalties, you think it's got to be like matching. Because I don't think there's going to be one team over the other that you would individually put more people in the box for. And there's one Kansas City, and there's going to be one for Cedar Rapids, I think. So, yeah, the coaches on the Kansas City side are complaining over to the referees, trying to see what is going on and why the heck they're doing that. I mean, so who's going to go in the box for us? Not really getting a whole lot of explanation right now. And they're going to put Kai and Noah. Okay, so we have 2 players for each team. So they will be matching. So is it going to be 4-on-4 or 5-on-5? That's the question. It's going to be 5-on-5. It looks like it. So just be matching liners for all those players. So 5-on-5. So one back over to Coleman Walker. How was that not cleared? That was quite the glove right there, but a defenseman. I thought for sure that would have been outside of the zone. This one will, though, with the help there from Colt and Colby. Indirectly moved down in front. Jets try to get on top of it. That's going to be icing. Wow. That was referee shaking his head, talking over to 15. I don't know what Kansas City was thinking right there, but off the draw, one back towards the corner. Moving up and around there, Olano pressing his man up against the boards. Belts out to Coleman in front, tries to get it to Cole, rolling through, open in there, wasn't able to get a shot off of the puck, just rolling in the crease and it went wide. Everybody here in the Cedar Rapids section on their feet there. There's a check there by Sebring. Moved up across, out the other way. Kansas City's got a man driving to the net. They throw it, they shoot it, and they miss the net though. Luckily for us. Moves it in over to a Cedar Rapids stick, thrown up and gloved and knocked away. Off the draw, both teams missing an opportunity to pick up that puck. RoughRiders have it, and they move it up in front. Lots of traffic, and backing around our own zone. We have to go, race to get on top of the puck. Leeskamp backhands it over to Dom. Dom tries to find it. It goes out to Kellen. Stolen away, chipped out in front. Back with the puck. Leeskamp tries to get a stick on top of it. Kansas City back the other way. Open man, falling over. That was Field. Here's another shot. and it goes in behind the net. Out the other way, falling over to save made. Theo out on his feet there to make a beautiful save. Off the face-off, Cedar Rapids picks it up. And now they move it out the gauge. Boatman out in front the Walker to the fenceman leading the charge. With the puck, pulls back up. Looking, just tried to fire it. Couldn't find a better option. Boatman lays it down below. Oh, Sinclair got absolutely dropped. And that's going to be a power play coming up for Cedar Rapids. Here we go in the corner. There's a battle for the puck. Kansas City looking to get a penalty on Cedar Rapids by trying to test their will right there. We don't fall for it. As I don't even know why 22 was even lifting his hands in the air. I mean, it was a pretty obvious penalty. I mean, he wasn't really doing himself any favors right there. Beltsy taking the draw for Cedar Rapids. He wins it to Colt. Colt wants a shot. He's going to miss it far left, though. Lanyo up against the wall. Bouncing in, and he couldn't wrap his stick around to keep it inside the zone. Up ahead, Skady Griffith. Lanyo over about the Colby, looking, shorting towards the net. No rebound in sight, though. Off the draw, and we're going to have to redo it. Wins it back again, cleanly. Out for Kai, looking other way. Coleman spinning around to catch the pass. Down below, off the wall, looking. Dangles away. Colby receives it. Open man, and Kai! Pass wasn't the greatest. Couldn't really get a whole lot of it off of the shot. Coleman trying to keep it inside the zone. Yes, he will. Sebring in front tries to pick up the puck. He has it. Open lane. Backhanded pass in front. Now Coleman with the shot. And it's immediately blocked, though, by a Kansas City player running straight over on top of the puck. Bomber just going to leave it. Collision. Oh, boy. Absolutely took out Coleman on the way to get it to the puck. And he just froze it back in his own zone. As you can definitely hear, a lot of noise from both sides of the Kansas City and the Cedar Rapids sections here. Moves it out in front. That's going to be a pass the belts. And shooting out the pad in front. Back towards the corner. Man on top of him. Underneath and in front, right past the deep pair. As Kai, the lone man, to go on top of the puck right now. As he just waits in behind the net. Waiting to make a pass. Too far out for Dom to really get on top of it, though. Look out the other way. Luckily, aren't going to get a shot off, though. Pretty dangerous, though. Nevertheless, final 10 seconds here of the period. Let's not have another goal scored on us. Sailed out outside of the zone. And now trying to play the puck. And it's going to go right to the neutral zone. There's a collision there from Kellen. And now talking some crap to each other, too, while they're at it. Cross check at the end. And that will end the second period. That lethal start there by Kansas City came back to bite us. It's a 4-1 hockey game at the end of 2. One more period left to go, and gotta.
I'll order your meal for you, and you'll have the leftover. Order your meal, and you'll have the leftover. I probably have a few bites and then you have the rest.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
It's the mic on the phone still works. everywhere. The puck just keeps stopping. No, like, ice is wet. Oh, it's weird. Alright, a little bit. What? Oh, that's fine. General line. Come on. I kicked it to the bike. So, it's not picking up anything anymore. It's waiting for Mason to come talk to us. Tim, you want to talk?
Good control.
So, he's not coming back. He's usually not coming back.
No, but we could put the body Come on, guys. Go, guys! How long ago did you get?
I can't even connect to the car.
Lots of big hits now. I can't go anywhere. I'm trapped. So Yeah, I mean, that makes this less complicated. But yeah.
Yes, goal. His second of the season. Scoreline number 7. Assistant line number 6.
Hold on, one
I'll
more.
tell you about a funny story. We ran into some
Number 2.
alumni.
Time of the goal. 4:07.
Alright, it's on.
All right, well, funny little story. Ran into some University of North Dakota alumni, and me and my mom were talking to them all through that intermission, and I finally just got wrapped out of that right now. So there's 12 minutes left to go in the third period, and Kansas City just scored again a couple moments ago. Probably was sort of the best I wasn't here to call that goal, but he definitely playing with a lot of effort here so far, and the puck is sailed all the way past the officials' room and out over towards the RoughRiders locker rooms. And so we are being outshot by 10 shots on goals. And Kansas City is really letting us have it. They're giving everything they got right now. Yeldon knocked down behind by a man. Here comes Sinclair. Tried to chip it past the dude on top of him. Tried to center it. Boatman with the shot. Save made. And back around the other way. They look with it. Number 10 for Kansas City with it. Tried to dangle past Lai. Didn't work. Lai gets thrown up against the glass. That was pretty high right there. Out the other way. Receives the pass. Kansas City moves it up in the middle. Stick check there. Gus Yeldon has it. Got it taken away from him, though. Chopped in underneath. Lorenzen puts it in deep. Out to the goaltender to play. Moves it in. Long pass out in front. Owen Newland thrown over towards the bench. Out for Kansas City. Along by the boards. Trying to pick this puck back up. In the front. Looking to get the shot off. Couldn't wrap his head around it. Really could not get a lot of control at the shot there. Other way. Cedar Rapids able to hold on for this offensive zone pressure. Dom, one touch pass to Coleman. Walker through the zone with it now. Looking, holding on, shooting up ahead. It goes back the other way. The rebound. Belt throws it back. Save made again. Coleman trying to get on top of his man in front. Out for Kansas City. Throws it in off the boards. Belt lays it out for Frangella as he almost snipes the referee. Yeah. Good opportunity in front. Back the other way. Kansas City has it now. Tries to drop a pass off in front. Here we go. Belts of an opportunity. 3-on-1 at the moment. No, he got it off. Now he takes a shot. Rebound in front. Save made by Kansas City. Sebring got robbed of his second goal of the game right there. Darn it. It was right there. Wow, how does that not go in? I mean, tried to get the pass off, didn't work, gets the rebound, shoots it, the rebound comes out in front, and just cannot bury it right there. Well, Cedar Rapids almost took advantage of that opportunity. Out in front, stolen away, here comes Belts. Peltzy just skating now. He tries to give it up to Henry. That's Noah Baxter with a shot there on the blocker. Out in front, Colby leaves it there. Out for Kai, looking, shot all the way. There was traffic in front, but able to see just enough of the puck to get on top of it. Off the draw. Battle for the puck. Squirts up ahead there to Kai. held up against the boards underneath. Moves it there. Sebring with it. Man falling over to try to stop him. Moved off of his stick here. Tried to swing at that puck in front to get the shot off. Collisions in front. Looking. There's a shot in front. Knocked away there by Kansas City. There's a collision there by the boards. Up and around. There's going to be a penalty on Kansas City. Lanyo did not like that. Wait. Tripping. And that's going to be on us. What? Henry holding himself back. He was winding up, and he is like, nope, I'm not going to break my stick. Unbelievable. I don't know, man. That Henry, that's... I mean, it's not going to make much of a difference right now, but, let's just really just put salt in the wounds right there. Well, you know what? I'm happy Henry didn't frickin' destroy his stick or just decide to absolutely assault the door, so. Well, here goes this power play. Kansas City moving the puck up across to the point. Looking, hit off of a stick, and the Jets look. It was on top of the faceoff circle right now. Looking, drops it off. Defenseman. Now they receive it. Backhand, they just quick passes, a lot of quick passes around Kinnick. Looking here, shot in front, in the middle, and Fio will make the save. Battling for possession. Kellen Patton takes it back and throws it over towards the Cedar Rapids bench. They thought it would go into the players and coaches, but it was clearly not until afterwards the puck just, the referee just blew the whistle pretty dang quickly. Defenseman with the puck, moves it out the 15, looking, high shot, hit his own man, and Kellen is just going to clear it. Behind the net. Jets. Good angle there by Kale. Long Henry has to skate back on top of his man. Underneath, chipping away at it. On top of the puck, it sends and bounces right in front of the crease, given right back to Kansas City, though. Indirectly moving with the puck, and it's... How did that stay in? Jets have it now. In front, holding on to it behind the net. With it, drops it off to his teammate. 15 with it now. Out to 17. Moves it across ice, down below. Jets moves it up ahead, and it's taken away now. It's sent deep outside of the zone. Chipped up ahead. It's going to go to Frangella. Dominant stolen away. And we're going to go to the box. And that's another penalty. And I mean, we were just about to end this one. And I mean, that's back to back right there are killers. Now the 5-on-3 is going to be over. We have Henry coming in. Sinclair up ahead, chips it, running into a man, tried to go around. The puck's underneath. Lanyo over to support, threw it towards the goaltender underneath. And this goaltender, it was Krugel with the save. $29 shots on goals for Kansas City, 25 for Cedar Rapids. Off the draw, picking the puck up. Kellen Patson put it in towards the boards. Up a big collision in front there with Patton knocking this man over. Looking up ice, puts it in deep. Rounding the boards, Lie looking head up on the way. Jets have it over top of the blue line. Here's a hit there by Belt. Tried to shake his man off in front. Popping up puck in front. Tries to hold it back. Tries to move it and stolen away. Jets move it up to the point. Holding, looking, slap shot on the way and snared in with the glove. For a save made there by Bomber. 6:12 left to go in regulation. Cedar Rapids down 5-1 right now. Trying to possess the puck. Goes out to Lanyo, knocks at it. And the Jets throw it deep back inside the zone. 32. Walloping in some pain. I didn't see what happened to him. But he goes off in a bit of a hurry. In behind the net. Jets have it now. Moves it up across, hit it off of a stick. In front through the blue line. Holding, waiting. Now he goes for the attack in front. Lanyo absolutely crunched him in front. Kansas City now off the puck, sending a pass up in front. Lanyo going in for the body again. Moves it up ahead. Now Kansas City skates with it. Past the blue line, over towards the left, dragging. Oh, what a nice toe drag move off the top of the net. And it goes back out. Here's a one-timer. Not a whole lot off it. It was like a very spiky, bouncing, waving slap shot right there. That one, good block there by Lanyo. Going over into the boards and falling. Snow all over 15. Here comes 10 for Kansas City. Knocked away and a pad save made. Hit off a body. Kansas City unable to get on top of it. Now they are. As they throw it in deep. Around the net, Kai Patton first on top of it. Leaves it in front. Gus Yelden unable to get on top of the puck. As the Jets moving it back and forth. Stick on the way on the touch. Coleman tried to move the puck. Shipping it up out in front. Now it goes out in front. Missing the referee. Tries to upend the puck and it will go. That should be icing. Yeah, it is. Drop of the puck. In on the way. Tries to move it outside of the zone. Jets put it in deep once more. Frangella, a man right behind them. Over towards the boards. Puck is underneath them. Sinclair holding up against 22. Up in front, and it's going to get sent all the way deep down. Past the net. Drop of the puck, back around. Here's a shot from the point, knocked away. Out the other way, Frangella. Just one chops it up ahead. Newland out for Jella. Tries to get on top of the puck. Lorenzen in for the support. Owen in on the angle. Bounces up ahead. Walker just standing in front of the crease. 2v1. It's picked up by Cedar Rapids finally. Owen moves it out to Gunkel. Couldn't really find it. Now Owen moves it immediately out in front. And Gunkel, there's a collision there. Nice hit there by Drake. Lorenzen tries to move it. Underneath. Oh, Coleman blew him up! absolutely belted him. And now there's some extra stuff with Kansas City as they're coming over for their teammates' defense. But Coleman absolutely obliterated this man. And both players are going to be in the box, it looks like. They have number 9 for Kansas City, Landon Arnold. And then for Cedar Rapids, they have, I don't know. Well, they haven't decided yet. They're going to have Coleman. I mean, that was my first guess anyway. After that pretty brutal hit right there. Off the draw, Kansas City possesses it. Goes indirect. Lai chips it up ahead through to 37. Underneath, now Kellen tries to play it up ahead, using the body up ahead, trying to skate. Looking through, he's got an option with Kale. Bouncing shot, rebound underneath, trying to get back on his feet was the goaltender. Now Lai picks it up, and it's stolen away, and it's a 2-on-1 at the moment. On the way, Kai all alone, and here's the pass, backhanded shot of the goal. And with 2:36 to go, they strike again. And the Jets really pouring it on here. As they definitely, number 24, cheering like he scored his first ever goal. So he probably did. I mean, he's probably going to get awarded the puck too. So, I don't know. Props to him, I guess. So that's his first ever one, but yeah. Breakaway goal right there. And man, I mean, it's just kind of been like that. There have been opportunities, but they just haven't been able to score. And then immediately afterwards, Kansas City comes back and they just score. They just do exactly what we have not been able to do all night. Off the draw, skating back and around. Intercepted here by a rider. Here comes Colt with it. Colt with a shot down below, bottom left side. Knocked away there, but a goaltender, and Colby upends this man. Having to pick up his stick now. And here's a collision. That was Henry knocking his man over. Now here comes a big collision in front. Colt! Absolutely. Oh, here we go. He ran into Colt, and Colt's going to push him out, and now Kansas City's bench is going to get on top of it. Kansas City versus Cedar Rapids, 2 referees having to get in front of it. Having to split it up. Down on the ground. Still held up, and the referee almost falling over. His helmet's getting dragged off of his face. Colt Sebring, the man of the game for Cedar Rapids. Absolutely just one-man showed the Kansas City Jets right there. As he absolutely sent them a message. Do not mess with me. And both sections giving comments out in front, yelling at the ice and over at the referees. As things escalated from one hit to another, the frustration just building over and over again, and it's only been a matter of time. And it just seemed wherever Colt was going, he would just run into another Kansas City man over and over again. Gave him the same result. And now they finally throw the stick back. After all that shenanigans. I mean, we just really hope Colt isn't going to get ejected or suspended for a couple games. Really, that would be really bad. And now Colt's going to open up the door. He wants to figure out what's going to go on and what's happening with him and what the situation looks like. Everybody on their feet. The coaches both wondering what is going to happen as the Zebras are still talking it over. And with a minute 58 seconds left to go in the third period, all heck has broken loose in this game. And now the the goalie and a couple of his teammates just passing the puck back over with each other. Just wind down the time. Oh, now they're talking over Kansas City first. Now they're going to go over to the middle so they can actually tell them what's actually going to happen. Trying to get a read. So, two referees are over talking to Kansas City's coaches first. And then the other one is still over in the box, over by the penalty box. And now all three, all grouped up together with Kansas City. Yeah, you can. Yeah, both sections getting into it, yelling. They just want this game to be over with. And it's up. There's even one Kansas City player just sitting on the ice, 22. He's just letting it all in right now, just sitting, just waiting. Now one of them is going over to Brooksy. Brooksy trying to give him a piece of his mind. And then I'm just looking over at Dylan, who's like just on the top of the back of the bench, right where the coaches always stand. So now I think we're going to be pretty dang close to dropping this puck and ending this game. And so now I'm waiting. Yep, there. That's what I feared. Colt is going to be ejected. He's going to be ejected out of the game, I think. Yep, there we go, yeah. And he's gone. Attaboy, Colt! I don't like Colt. I mean, to be fair, they can't really be talking when one man beat up their entire team. I'm just saying. By the way, that guy's a freshman. They let a freshman beat up their entire team. A freshman. Unbelievable. I mean, Kansas City, you should not be proud of that. Not be proud. So props, I'm going to give another round of applause to Colt Sebring right here. And so now back to the actual game, the final minute and 40. Kale Crawl. Kale drops it out in front. Back out the belts. Colby moves it down below by the boards. Kale underneath, tries to pick up the puck, skating with it now. Backhands it up ahead. Down underneath, Crawl, tried to pull it in front. Defenseman from the point moves it in front. Lanyo picks it up, tries to throw it towards the net. He goes into the glove. Fucking Christ. Wow. Drop of the puck. Cedar Rapids, Kansas City battling for it. It goes off a lie. Stick check in front. Sinclair racing to get on top of it as it goes all the way over towards Vio. Underneath, a minute left to go. Cedar Rapids picks up the pass there from Lai. Moves it in off of a skate. Back out the other way. Long Henry out to Frangella. It goes out to Sinclair. Hayden's going to throw it in behind the net. Out the other way, chipping underneath. Out the Gage, tries to pick it up. He has it, fires it into the middle, unable to get the shot off. There was Hayden falling down on the ice there as he was colliding of a man. Here comes Frangella, holds and waits. Out the Caden, looking. Here's a shot underneath. Trying to find the puck. It gets sent outside of the zone. Time for one last rush/opportunity here for Cedar Rapids, and Frangella probably links the pass out in front to Sinclair. Hayden on top of him, and it's sent back down and just holding it. And now he's going to get the puck moved back to his teammate who fires one. And game one is in the books as Kansas City, a 6-1 victory over your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders with a dramatic ending to say the least. As we will face these guys tomorrow morning. Hopefully tomorrow goes a lot more according to plan. But until then, the winning streak is over. We're just going to have to build it back up starting tomorrow morning. That's all here for tonight's games and matchups.
Thanks for putting up with our ragtag setup.
We gotta put up with the referees too, my goodness.